Welcome back to Focus Fox Valley. Right now, our focus on careers with Fox Valley Technical College, helping you connect with careers of promise throughout the Fox cities. And was just talking shop with Joe Kircher here, a department chair of the auto collision repair programs at Fox Valley Technical College. Of course, if you're driving, you likely interact with this area quite often if there's ever trouble with your vehicle, or maybe you just got a car question. But today, we're not necessarily being car detectives, but we're going to tell you about the program that helps train those car detectives out there. And again, auto collision repair is what we're highlighting here today. Joe, welcome to Focus Fox Valley.
Well, thank you for having me.
All right. Well, we're going to highlight how you got to where you are today.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about your career trajectory and when you landed at Fox Valley Tech.
Well, it's actually an interesting story, and I tell my students every year when they come into my program. So I actually started at Fox Valley Tech. I graduated from high school, and I wasn't sure what I was going to do. And I kind of like art, and I'm like, well, where am I going to go? What am I going to do? And I actually enrolled in the automotive program at Fox Valley Tech. Had an opportunity to work through the mechanical program, 2-year program, and yeah, I liked it, but it wasn't quite what I was looking for. And then I enrolled in the collision program, so that kind of started my collision side of the background of it. And for some of you that have heard of Kenny Kempfer, he was actually one of my instructors back in the day. So some of you, if you listened to the programs in the past.
What's under the hood?
What's under the hood. So it was kind of cool because he actually planted the seed for me when I went to school there. He said, someday I'm going to retire and somebody's going to have to take my position. And that planted the seed way back then that, hey, I think I do want to be an instructor someday at Fox Valley Tech. So I made full circle. I went out in industry, worked for Bergstrom Automotive for many years. I had a great career with them, but the calling was still there to go back to being an instructor. I had an opportunity to work at night as an instructor, as an adjunct. And then an opportunity actually opened up, I guess I'm going to say it, the Green Bay Technical College.
Sure.
So I had an opportunity to work there, and then, it opened up at Fox Valley Tech, and that brought me back, so.
All part of the journey.
All part of the journey, yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we will narrow in, though, on the auto collision repair and refinish technology program, a 2-year associate degree, correct?
Correct.
What are students walking through? What are they learning in those 2 years?
So we start very basic, very basic of what are screwdrivers, what are tools. It's been a generational change. Is when I went to school, you kind of knew what those things were. So now we start you out very basic. Is what are hand tools? What are tools? What are these tools that are in the toolbox? So that's the first part of it. And then we start working you in just basic dent repair, right? Some of you are very familiar with, that softball hit the car. What is that process of doing? So we work students through that and how to repair the dents. Then how to refinish, color match to make sure that that color is what you expect from your vehicle, that it's not two colors driving down the street. Folks, there are cars, if you take a good look, that go through stoplights and you'll look real close, you'll see the color difference. That's what we teach is making sure those colors are correct.
I remember my dad, and my dad, Randy, he always kept a little, what looked like a nail polish bottle in the glove compartment of his truck, of Old Red, the truck that he drove for decades. And if he ever had a little scratch, I remember him, being out there with that little nail polish container, fixing it.
So folks, that brings up a great one. When I worked at Bergstrom, we talked about that with our guests with brand new cars. Touch up those chips right away, right? Because that's where the rust starts.
That's where the rust starts. Yep. If you ever need a vehicle to get some dents out, I've got one I can volunteer for you.
Everybody has it.
As well.
so after we kind of work through that, we actually get into structural repair, which a lot of shops shy away from that because they don't understand that process. So, right, and you think, well, a structural, I don't want it. Well, it's as simple as what we call the radiator core support. It's what's in the front of the car that holds your radiator and condenser. Well, if a deer hits, you're probably going to damage that. It needs to be replaced. That's considered a structural component. So we walk our students through that process on how to repair it and how to repair it properly and making sure that everything lines up within 3 millimeters. Everything's got to be exact. It's kind of like your foundation of your house. If that isn't right, the rest of the building ain't. And if your foundation of your vehicle isn't right, the rest of the vehicle, the headlight's not going to fit, the bumper's not going to fit, the hood's not going to fit on the vehicle properly. So after that, all said and done, we get you through that structural component. There's still the mechanical component. For some of you folks that have hit a curb, that's the mechanical side of it, right? That wheel gets ripped off, gets damaged. Do not, if you hit a curb, do not take it to a mechanic. That is a collision, and that's what we train. We're experts at that, of identifying what is damaged and what needs to be replaced. Again, on the mechanical side, we sometimes just guess. And again, that's the difference between when you start looking at mechanical versus collision. We have to know it's collision related. What got damaged from that collision? Where'd that energy go?
No, that's really interesting. And it makes me think, collision's kind of the bones, the structure, right? And and mechanics is maybe the organs and how that's all working in the body.
I love that analogy. I kind of look at that analogy all the time.
Cool.
Right. So that's exactly what it is. So.
You've got a great space that you're teaching students in. I want to ask about the J.J. Keller Transportation Center and technology. I would imagine also evolving over the years as our vehicles have computerized and evolved so much as well.
Yes. So I'm going to say hats off to our taxpayer base here and the folks out there that support the college. Without you folks, we don't have the technology that we need to train properly. I got to say this. We had a gentleman come in today, Hudson, for some of you that are familiar, Hudson just by Minnesota there, to look at our program. And why he's looking at our program is because of the technology that we have. We have the latest and greatest. We have a piece of equipment we just bought last year, and it's for what we call ADAS, Advanced Driver Assist Systems, right? You folks have heard that, where your cars drive themselves. There is technology there that for us to, let's say your mirror gets knocked off your car, there's a camera in there, and we have to reprogram that camera so it's aimed correctly. So it sees the 360 around the car, so the car knows if there's some danger around it, right? Without that technology at Fox Valley Tech, those cars are not, right? You're going to a shop, and they're putting a mirror on it. Doesn't throw a check engine light on, doesn't throw any lights on the dash, but the car, it's not going to work properly and if there's another collision. So with that technology, we just installed it this year. We're probably one of 3 in the country that has that and can train that. We just went through training last week on how to properly train the rest of the industry on that. So it's here, and we're as an industry, we're lacking, but Fox Valley Tech is right there. We're always there for that cutting edge and trying to make sure we're there teaching. We're not there waiting for somebody to explain to us, hey, by the way, aren't you supposed to be teaching this? So that's one of the cutting edge frame equipment on the cutting edge of that, of making sure things are measured properly. What does that look like? Paint mixing systems, making sure color matches. Again, I can't say enough about the management over there, the taxpayer base, and making sure that we have the right equipment. Some technical colleges that I've been part of, seen, don't have nearly the equipment that we have. So it's pretty impressive.
Very impressive. We'll pause here, but we'll talk about that ideal student that you are working with and teaching as we focus on careers. We are back focusing on careers with Fox Valley Tech, highlighting the auto collision repair and refinishing technology program with Joe Kircher, department chair. All right, Joe, who is perfect for this program? What kind of student are you looking for?
So me and my other instructor, there's 2 of us, by the way, in a 2-year program, we look for kind of that person that has that art skill. Again, it's for anybody, but if you really are, interested in automotive, have kind of an art background, like sculpting, like design, those tend to be our students. That tend to come to it. I think to a student I had 17 years ago, loved drawing, did great drawings, and he just came to the school and I said, you're in the right spot. 17 years later, he just reached out to me last week, still drawing, but working on collision damaged vehicles. So that seems to be that person that likes to work with their hands. Anything like that, motorcycles, lawnmowers, right? Any of that, right? That got that just love to play with that stuff. That tends to be our students. So.
I really love the art category that you've put this in, though, because it is a work of art. And like you mentioned, if things are off just slightly, the whole piece comes apart.
Exactly. And you think about colors, right? You have to have that eye for the color, because some of you will probably look at something and say, well, that's a silver is a silver. No, there's hundreds and hundreds of different silvers and how that changes in tones and things like that. I've had some great students come up with some great designs on just colors. I think back of we did these bowling pins and do murals on the bowling pins with automotive paint, and some of the stuff that our students were able to do. And again, gets them excited, right? Because that brings out that art and craft out of them. So
absolutely. Hiring going well for students in this industry as well?
Yes. There is a constant need. We have a lot of folks retiring. And then to have that skill level of the mechanical / technical skills, that's huge right now. But yeah, if they need a job, we can get them a job. Students come in our program without jobs. We get them jobs in the industry. We have what's called a co-op program where they can work more out in industry with a mentor and be at school less time. And they can choose that. We can have it. They're at school 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday, usually from 7:30 to 12. So that gets them out in the afternoon and Fridays to work. And then if they do the co-op program, they might be there just 2 days and then the rest of the week working. So it helps out our employers because they're screaming for folks because they need folks. It gets that student out working in real life situations, right, and keeps them moving through. What's nice is the employers get to actually mold them kind of in their processes the way they want, right? We teach them the basic skills. Employers mold them into their processes and what they want. So.
And you never know what you're going to get out there in the real world. That's a great learning and opportunity right there.
Yeah. I kind of go back to the students, too, that we have. I like to bring that up. Fresh out of high school, we have folks returning from industry someplace else, maybe manufacturer, looking for a career. I have military folks retired out of military. I had a gentleman that 2 years ago was retired out of the military, and he wanted to do this for himself. And he came through the program. He said, nope, Joe, I'm just doing this for myself. So, folks, if you're hearing this, you can do this just for yourself. And he ended up working in the industry. He says, you know what, I love it so much. And he went out and got a job in the industry.
Might as well get paid for it.
Might as well get paid for it. Yeah. Retired folks. I've had several retired folks come through the program and just do it for themselves. What does that look like for them? I want to work on this car that I have. And I say collision program, but we give you the basics to work on restoration stuff, folks, if you want to work on that. Some of you have heard of 0 to 60 out in Sherwood. They work on Porsches. That's all they do. And their restoration. Wow. I've had many students go through our collision program and work for them, and they're nationally known. So there's so many opportunities, but so many different styles of students. And I'll give you the best one we're seeing. We were almost at 50% females versus males coming through the program. When I started, that was probably 10%. Yeah. 10%. Now we're finally seeing that grow. And I'll ask you, what do you think's better at a collision technician? A female or a male?
Oh, I'm going to say women all the way.
Okay. And you're absolutely right. And the reason is
they have attention to details.
There it is. Yeah. My female students do so much better after they've graduated through the program because they're taking notes and they're paying attention to every little detail. And they go out and they're very successful because they can go back to their notes because they paid attention to that detail. So
that doesn't surprise me at all, Joe. I want to make sure our listeners know how to connect with the program. You can visit fvtc.edu/automotive to learn more. Joe, great to talk with you. And thanks for some of the great memory flashbacks, too, under the hood.